and welcome to One Club Champ. We find ourselves with 10 games to go in the Championship. We've played 36 games. We're in 8th place in the league table. And our next game, and the one for this episode, is a game versus 7th place Huddersfield. So let's go through kind of what our season has looked like so far. Most recently, we were doing okay up until around about mid-December. And then, form just dropped off. We didn't win for, I think it was around about 9 games, maybe more. Certainly through January, we were unable to get one win at all. And so we really dropped off in terms of form. And after the defeat against Fulham, we decided to have a team meeting. Now, those team meetings are a bit of a gamble, but I guess I went right. I just basically told them that they hadn't been playing well and that they needed to get their idea together. And they responded with 5 wins in a row, which brings us to March. And as I said, with 10 games to go, we've got Huddersfield in 7th. Sheffield United 23rd, Rotherham in 20th, Blackburn mid-table, Southampton up there in 4th. So if we can beat Huddersfield, we've got a couple of more winnable games through mid-March. Go to Reading, they're mid-table, Sheffield Wednesday 16th, Sunderland 19th, MK Dons 21st, and Portsmouth in 24th. Now, that's a pretty good run-in. So if we can somehow manage to get, I would say, 7 wins out of the last 10, I think we might find ourselves in a favourable position in the Championship. Now, Championship's a hard league to get out of, and this is our first time in it. Brentford and Fulham are battling out at the top, with obviously Leeds and Southampton just around the bottom. And who's this as the top goal scorer in the league? It is only the one and only Lucas Potler, our 6'5" advanced forward. He's managed 20 league goals again in 35 games so far, which he's not going to quite hit 35 league goals, but considering the step up and in ability from League One up to the Championship, he's doing unbelievable. He's doing very, very well. Let's go to our team. Let's look at our tactics. We had during that bad run that we had to play around with the formation a little bit, and we couldn't quite get the midfield right. And one of the things that we had, if you remember, we brought in a lad called Torres. So let's go to our transfer history. Here he is. We brought him in from Atletico on their B team, and if we remember right, we had a problem with his personality, low determination, and it went against basically the rest of the team. When he was at Aylesbury, go to his career stats, 6.82, 23 games. He was really unhappy. Not that I guess. In the contract negotiations, he had asked to have a friend sign with us, and we obviously didn't do that. And he asked for a meeting, and we said, well, you know what, just get on with it. Well, he wasn't happy with that, and then his performances were really low. So, anyway, we sold him for 2.3 million, which for Aylesbury is our record sale. Who else did we bring in? We brought in Sergio Alvarez on loan from Atletico Madrid as well. Only worth 16.5 million, just strutting his stuff at High Wycombe. And then Philip Gustafsson, another regen, this one from Brighton. Kane Posher was struggling out on the right, so we brought in Philip Gustafsson. Pretty much he's got good dribbling, good pace, and he can do some damage for us. He's got the work rate that we want. As you can see over here, we sold Zambarek to Luton, 250k. We also sold Jordan Willis 32, contract running out, sold him for 10k. And then we sold Torres. Again, we sold him for 2.3. I really wish we could have got a percentage sell-on clause, but in the end, I just wanted to get rid of him, and so that's where we are. We're messing around with Hassan Zango. He's been out injured most of the season, and has only just recently come back. And Sacco has also been up front. He's having a pretty good season too. 12 goals in 20 games, 2.7 million, and we're doing okay. Tom Deli Basharu is having a great season, 7.24, 7 goals from midfield, 28 league games, and he's gone up to 2.6 million. Japhet Tanganga, 2.4 million. I mean, he's had a pretty incredible rise, considering we got him in the Vanarama National. He's always been above a 7 average rating, and he's pretty much a leader in our team. Here's our Argentinian. For his first year in English football, he's doing really well. 30 league starts, 6 goals, 6 assists, 7.15 rating. And here's our Tottenham loanee, the Argentinian Brazilian left back. He's only got 6 assists, which is not a great deal for our fullbacks. Nico Williams broke his ankle, so he's only had 12 games, and he's only started getting his form recently has been good, but mainly because the rest of the team's been playing well. As we get to Huddersfield, well, let's go to the Championship again, and let me show you basically how the league has been working out. As you could tell, our form over the last 5 games has been incredible. 5 played, 5 won, 15 goals scored, 2 let in. But also, our next opponents, Huddersfield, are second in the form table, also with 5 wins from 5, only 1 goal conceded, and 8 scored. So, Aylesbury and Huddersfield are the top 2 teams in the Championship in terms of form, and we're about to go head-to-head. Now, if we win this game, we will find ourselves on the edge of the playoffs. Lose this game, and Huddersfield would probably solidify that playoff position. So this is a really big game for us. They beat us 4-1 when we played them last. Now it looks like Huddersfield have got a bunch of players out, and we only have 1 player out. And as I said, both of the 2 teams are in top form. So this seemed like an appropriate game. Again, Sean Dyche, good manager, and we'll go head to head with him. Now, I'm going to drop Hassan Zango for Sacco in this game. Denver Hume will come out. Yeah. And we're going to put Mark Hill in there. Just to make double check, we've got everyone. Now, Luke May has been doing really well in there. So, this is a toughie because Luke May's been playing very well as a defensive, deep line playmaker, but we've now got this Alvarez guy who's pretty good. Now, the problem that we've got is we've got a number of loanee players, and we're only allowed to play 5, so we don't really want to drop Ross Black or Klaus or Gustafsson, and we've got Hassan Zango on the bench, so it means potentially dropping. This is a big call. How's he been playing recently? Alvarez, 7.08. Not enough for me. Okay. Alvarez on the bench for Zango. Zango out of the lineup. Luke May gets the start in there, and we are going to go with this team. I mean, most of you know, getting yourselves into a promotion position, even though we weren't, media prediction was said that we weren't going to be anywhere near it. And to be honest, I wasn't really sure. Championship is a big step up from League One. But now we're right off the playoff positions. I really want to be promoted to the Premier League. I want to get it over and done with. All right, Nico Williams into Luke May. Spreads it out to Nico again. Cut it back. There we go. 1-0. Sacco. 1-0 up after 2 minutes. And that is a great start for us. So yeah, as I was saying, now we're in a close race for the playoffs. I'd really like to make it. Now, as you can remember, in a couple of seasons ago, we got to the final of the League One playoffs and got beat by Birmingham. Well, we gave them some sweet revenge with a 5-0 win against them recently, and we're the club on the up at the moment. Birmingham are sitting right in the mid-table. I also like our run-in. Our run-in to the playoffs would be a really good shout. But this is a key game. As I say, Huddersfield sitting one place above us. We always are a little bit dicey on the counter. Just because we play attacking, we flood a lot of players forward, and this is the type of the ball that gets us done. And we've been... Oh no, it's been disallowed. Oh dear. Sorry, Upender. And that's the type of thing, when we play the ultra high line of defence, that long ball over the top does get us. So unless we win the ball back quickly after a turnover, then we get punished, especially against top teams that have good forwards that don't really miss that much. In the lower leagues, it would need them to have 3 or 4 more chances. But I found in the Championship, some of those strikers, they punish you pretty well. Half an hour gone. Looks like they've gone more attacking in their 4-4-2. They're fired up as well. Yeah, we want to probably... I'm surprised we haven't had a booking so far. We've been fined several times this year for having an excessive number of yellow cards in a game. 1-0 up at half time. Gustafsson is not having a good game. And is there anything that we can really do here with Gustafsson? Well, we can always put Luke May out there. He can play on the right side of midfield, and we can get Alvarez in. Alvarez doesn't have a role on the right hand side. We can also play Lenun, who's come in and done really well. So let's do that. Let's put in Lenun on the right side. He's a left-footed, kind of inverted winger on the right-hand side, but he's done really well for us, and he's actually got goal of the month earlier in the season with the best goal that I've seen from a young kid. He doesn't score that much. He just hit it from distance. Here we go. Huddersfield with the first highlight of the second half. Can we counter? No. Oh dear. There we go. Openda scores his 20th goal of the season. Goalkeeper really didn't want to come off his line there, did he? Actually, Gustafsson's done pretty well for the Ducks. Alright, so here we go. Luke May off. And we'll put on Alvarez. Not his best position by far, but he's got quality. And it's nice to bring a player off the bench for 16.5 million. $15 minutes to go. Oh, and Valdez has picked up a knock. Can he carry on? Alright, 10 minutes to go. We need to take him off. He can't really run. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Sacco over here on the left. Alvarez is going to go into an attacking playmaker role. We'll do him right here, and we're going to be advanced playmaker. Potler up through the middle. Let's give Alfie Payne a go in there. Now, Sacco is left-footed. He's got all the dribbling stats, and he can do a job for the last 10 minutes out there. Little change to our shape. Come on, Nico. Long ball in. The number of goals we've scored from long throws into the box, even if Nico Williams or Klaus have not got long throws, just launching it in there, especially to a 6'5" striker. Couple of minutes to go. And there is a last minute highlight. Oh no. Down to 10 men. Lunun. 2 yellow cards in one half. And we find ourselves with 10 men in a crucial game again. You know what? Let's do this. We'll park the bus for the last 4 minutes. And there we go. I mean, look, we dominated them in terms of the shots on goal, shots on target, 7 out of the 4, 21 fouls. But a couple of little things. Potler made his 75th league appearance for the club. Nico Williams with man of the match. Interesting. Well, there we go. We 1-1 against Huddersfield. Probably somewhat predictable that the two teams in top form that have played 5, won 5, would meet and come up with a tie. Well, there we go. We are now sitting still in 8th on 65 points, 37 games played. A game in hand on the two teams below us. Burnley on 67, Huddersfield on 67, and there is Southampton 6 points ahead of Aylesbury. We've got 9 games left to go, and we'll check in towards the back end of the season.